Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 19, The Reunion Part 2.
Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks.
So the reunion picks up right where it left off. Candace and Giselle are still talking, and Candace asked Giselle, what exactly did Chris do to you? What did this guy do to you that causes you to get on national TV and act as if he's some sort of predator? And she says, well, he makes me feel uncomfortable. Girl, you did not have to go in the room when you realized no one else was in there. You made yourself feel uncomfortable, and it just seems as if you did this to create a storyline. In the middle of Giselle and Candace going back and forth, Mia kept jumping in, and I kept thinking to myself, why doesn't she just shut the hell up? Why are you involved in this? Especially how later, after the reunion, you said that you know that they all got together to create this storyline. Why are you jumping in this? Giselle made the comment that she felt that Candace made the situation worse by the way she responded. I don't agree with that. I absolutely don't agree with that. As Mia is getting involved, Candace reaches over and just says, "Shut up." Honey, the look on Wendy's face. Wendy laughed so hard, she was smiling her face off. I have to agree that the whole audience agreed that Mia should just shut up. And I also agree with Candace when she makes the statement that everybody who watches the show knows exactly who Giselle is. Honey, listen. Andy played that footage and pretty much let Ashley know, how do you feel? Because it really looks like you have egg on your face, allowing your friend to come in here and act as if Chris was hitting on her when there is no video evidence of that. Ashley then says that she realizes that the footage does not back up what Deborah said, and she was sort of shocked and surprised because she has never known Deborah to be a liar. Well, Deborah is trying to get on the show. She was trying to get her 15 minutes of fame. Deborah is a liar. Andy also says, why can't Eddie smile at somebody? It's ridiculous that this man can't come over and say hello and smile at someone. And Wendy makes a very valid point. The way these ladies are behaving when a man does something as innocent as say hello or wave, all of a sudden it's taken out of context. He's trying to flirt with you. He's interested in you. Give me a break. Every man that smiles at you and says hello does not want to be with you. Then they talked a little bit about Robin throwing out that speaker at the dinner. And you know what? I appreciate Candace 100% because Candace was right. She said, I wasn't afraid. I wasn't upset. You just embarrassed yourself. And she did embarrass herself because Candace doubled down on everything she said in that video. And not only that, she wasn't saying anything bad about Robin. Robin said that she was just in her feelings about the way Candace was treating her. Robin's full of shit. Robin got upset with Candace when they were having those shots and Robin was requesting limes and Candace made the comment, only bitches need limes. Robin got completely upset over that. So she's pissed off that Candace made that comment about limes, and she was pissed off that Candace was Team Wendy. That's just my opinion. Robin, you did look like a complete ass, especially after it was verified that she was giving compliments to your business. You're full of shit. I'm over you. It also looks as if production and Andy is over Robin as well. Production kept laying down clips of Robin and her behavior. Then did anybody notice that at some point when they were all coming back to sit down after lunch, Robin jumped up and started talking about, oh, I've got to go change my tampon. You were on a national television show. You know that they are recording and everybody in the room does not need to know that you need to change your tampon. Robin shares too damn much and not enough at the same time. She doesn't share her personal life, but she always shares something nasty. Either she's walking around naked in front of her kids, or she's on the toilet. We don't want to hear those things at all. And you shouldn't want us to hear about it. Then they talked to Karen a little bit and they asked her about stealing Wendy's candle idea. Karen says that she did not steal the idea. She said that that had already been in the works, but she didn't want to steal Wendy's thunder when she made the announcement. She also claims that she didn't steal Giselle and Robin's live show idea. However, Andy did bust her quite a bit. He says this variety show that you were doing is kind of like Luann's Countess and Friends. And she says, oh no, this is more like Carol Burnett. And Carol Burnett inspired her. But just a few seconds earlier, she said it was Wendy Williams. Andy called her on that crap. He really did. And I'm just saying, I watched the Carol Burnett show in reruns. And whatever that was that Karen was doing, no ma'am, that wasn't Carol Burnett-esque at all. I wouldn't go to it. And I love Karen, but I'm not paying for that. Anyway, now honey, when Andy asked her about the Ladams and then asked her about the Robins, she said they would absolutely be boring. And I said to myself, girl, ain't it the truth? Because Robin will bore paint off a damn wall. I'm just saying. Now, when they talked to Giselle about her hysterectomy, I felt terrible for her. First, I was surprised to find out that she has a sister. I had no idea that Giselle had a sister. But then I just felt terrible that her 3.5 hour surgery went to 8.5 hours. That is terrible. And the fact that they stopped updating her family, which scared her family, scared her children, that hurt my feelings. I said, daggone it, Giselle. I'm really sorry that she went through all of that. But I am glad that she is not going through any more pain with her fibroids. She is healthy, she is happy, and the kids are doing well. So I was really happy to hear about that. And I am glad that she was able to share this on the show because there are millions upon millions of women who are dealing with fibroids each and every day. And again, I am sorry for what she went through, but I am glad that she got it taken care of. A lot of people get scared and they don't want to have surgery, so they put it off. So I'm really happy for her.
To make my husband look like a predator.
No,
and you are not. Shut up.
No,
and you are not. Everybody in America sees you for exactly who the you are.
When you saw the footage, what did you think?
I was a little surprised because it did not align with Deborah's words.
It seemed like the Happy Eddie thing was a reach. He smiled at someone.
The women get uncomfortable when men show normal respect and decency.
Then you tried to shame me in front of the group. It was. And it was stupid because you embarrassed yourself. I wasn't embarrassed.
When we're filming, everything we do should happen on camera. I'm sorry, I gotta change my tampon, y'all.
That's what the Countess's show is.
I get that, but you asked me my inspiration, and it was Carol Burnett.
I thought your inspiration was Wendy Williams.
Yes, no. It's all good. Be shady, Andy. I got it.
Well, if there was a group called the Robins, what would they be?
Boring.
Oh, boy. Lauren?
Of 7 seasons, the biggest feedback that I've ever gotten, who are going through
you were real about something.
it, and
What?
You seem to have an expectation of everybody else
But that's
talking
not true,
about
Andy.
everything else.
That's not true.
Really?
But I'm definitely not going to sit with people that I don't like
I don't need to know.
and talk about.
Do you not see a difference between your expectations about what other people talk about versus what you talk about?
If I ask anyone here a question and they don't want to answer it, they don't have to.
You drag them for that, though.
You bully people.
Is this what cancer looks like?
I did think it was a little odd when she got choked up and didn't want to talk about it. Andy said, no, we're going to talk about it now. I said, well, what? I said, shoot, I wish you would have held Lisa Rinna to the fire like you did Giselle just now. Now, Giselle is an outright liar when he asked her about her expectations. She is a liar. She tried to say that she doesn't have any expectations. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You are always in everybody else's business. She is always prodding and prodding. And I appreciate Mia saying, is that what cancer looks like? She is forever in everybody else's business. She wants you to put all of your stuff out for the world to see, for the world to talk about and judge, but she's not going to put her business out there. She's full of shit. Now, when Andy starts to talk to Giselle about that guy Steve and the other guy Jason from the Winter House, Candace gets to yawning, Wendy gets to smiling and laughing. They were their own show. They were an actual sideshow. I also want to say that when they were talking to Robin about her behavior towards Candace, that is true what Candace said when she said all Robin had to do when she heard pieces of her Instagram live was to come into the room and talk to her and say, Candace, what is all of this about? Or she should have said, well, I got this clip from the blog. Maybe I should go out to her Instagram and see if I can watch the whole thing before she tries to show it to the whole group. Ended up embarrassing her damn self.
You are sitting here almost a year later, and you cannot take ownership of what you did. You assaulted me. That was up.
Okay.
You forever. I want you.
So you can get a little restaurant in bar one?
We gotta stop with these lies.
You're for lobsters.
I'm not denying it.
And it's fine. You're for lobsters.
Yeah.
And you say you're being antagonistic. If someone, anybody hits even dumbass Mia right now in the face, I would say, hold up, this is messed up. You didn't do that. The only person in which you spoke to was the person who was attacked. That's up.
Everyone came to Candace's defense, as they should have.
And you wanted to
no
be a
one
hero.
came to Wendy's defense. No one checked to make sure that she was okay when she was the person who had been violated. And no one was holding Mia's feet to the fire for her actions.
Your reaction to what happened in Miami seems hypocritical and the opposite of your reaction to what happened with Monique. She felt violated.
Right.
So
I don't like her.
I
so
understand,
it doesn't
but then
matter to me.
That was up. And the way in which it was handled within this group was up. It took everything out of me not to beat the out of you. Not because I couldn't, but because of who I am as a woman.
But Robin has screamed and gone into Ashley's restaurant and put her finger in her face, and it's not received the same way.
Understand that. I acknowledge the privilege. You know what I'm saying? As a light-skinned woman, I do.
So then they go through the montage of everything that happened between Mia and Wendy. My first thought was Mia makes this comment that she was talking to Wendy about business. You're right. You were talking to Wendy about her business, not your business. You should stay the hell out of her business. If you were more focused on what the hell was going on in your business over at the Joint Chiropractic, you would probably still be in ownership of that business. You spent way more time focusing on what the hell was going on between her and Peter than you needed to. That was not your business. I agree with her when she made the statement to Robin earlier. Where she comes from, if you're in the middle of an argument with someone and you walk up on them, anything could happen. Where I'm from, if I'm in the middle of having an argument with you and you walk up on me, then I think you want to be popped. You know what I mean? Or I think that you're trying to pop me. So therefore, I've got to get you first. That's just how it is where I'm from. You know what I mean? But back to me. I'm all over the place. I commend Wendy for not hauling off on her. I appreciate when she made the comment that it took everything in her not to pop off on Mia. First, you assault her. You threw that drink on her. You threw your cell phone at her and your purse. Then you went around telling everybody that would listen that she wanted to eat your box. And now you're trying to tell everybody that she wants to have the sex with Peter, or that she did have the sex with Peter. Why the hell would she risk her beautiful family and happy Eddie for Peter Thomas? Nobody wants Patricia. And did anybody notice when she made that comment about Wendy having the sex with Peter, Andy covered his entire face behind his cards? He was just completely shocked. Like, what the hell is Mia talking about? Then Wendy makes the comment that Mia is out here effing for lobster, and Mia does not deny it. Not at all. I said, well, what?
What the hell?
Girl, Mia is just a nasty woman. I'm just saying. I hated seeing Wendy when she teared up because these girls were absolutely wrong. They treated her as if she was the aggressor, as if she was the one who threw the drink, the cell phone, and the purse. She was the victim, and everyone did run off to console Mia. That was horrible. I remember during that assault in Miami, Mia called Wendy a hood rat. You had just assaulted her and you called her a hood rat. Then Robin called her antagonistic. Those are words that are listed and rooted in colorism. And I just want to say that this conversation that they had on the show about colorism doesn't even scratch the surface for me. They really needed a full on episode of just going over colorism, and it needed to be handled by someone else other than just the girls and Andy. Giselle acting as if she had no idea what was going on. Your father was one of the heroes of the civil rights movement. You cannot act like this is something that you don't know about. You know exactly what colorism is. This is ridiculous. Giselle really irritates me. Not only that, didn't Giselle go to a HBCU? There's no way that you can tell me that going to a HBCU, you have no clue the trigger words, the trigger actions, no clue about colorism. Giselle, you should be ashamed. I just felt like Robin, Giselle, and even Ashley at a point was a little defensive about this. When Mia assaulted Wendy and then the rest of the lady carried on as if it was nothing wrong, that's colorism. Candace being called out for all of her actions and Robin not being called out. That's part of colorism. Wendy and Candace only get so much grace, but the rest of the girls, the lighter skinned girls, they get all the grace. It's not okay. Appreciate Ashley for acknowledging that she does have privilege and that sometimes things are definitely not fair between all of the girls due to the colorism topic, but they didn't even touch the surface. And I don't think that this will change anything going forward, especially not for Robin, Giselle, or Mia. I really just don't think that this little segment accomplished anything. And I think that next season they'll be right back to doing the same things, saying the same things, and behaving the same way. Ashley was absolutely right when she made the comment that everybody held Monique's feet to the fire, but nobody held Mia accountable. And after all of this time, after almost a year, Mia still doesn't want to take accountability for her actions. Even though her and Wendy had had the conversation and apologized, there was absolutely an opportunity for her to again apologize to Wendy and mean it. There was also an opportunity for the other women to say, I am really sorry, Wendy. You are right. We should have stood behind you. And then Giselle's response that she didn't care because she doesn't like Wendy just shows what type of disgusting, vile witch of a woman she is. Because even if I don't like you, if I see somebody assault you by throwing a drink in your eye, throwing their cell phone, hitting you with their purse, I'm definitely going to say something. These women are grown women who are raising children and behaving this way. Robin made some kind of comment that to Candace, something about everything we do should be on camera. Girl, really? Really? I think you played yourself there. You were saying all kinds of stuff at this reunion that backfired on you 2 weeks later. You should really just shut the hell up. Just sit there in silence. Robin comes off to me as someone who's just a follower and a fake, just a total fraud. I don't know, you guys. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.